podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Take advantage of Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania's biggest dollar discount ever this month. Save $450 on every window and $900 on any patio or entry door with $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for a year and a half. To get in on this super deal, head to rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-727-7558. Deal ends May 31st. Greetings, listeners. Have something to say about the stories covered here on PennLive? Well, I'd love to hear about them for listening to listeners. An upcoming Today in PA segment where I'll read those thoughts to make sure your opinions on the news are heard. Be sure to email me at todayinpa@PennLive.com. That's todayinpa@PennLive.com with your name and where you're from, and I'll be sure to read it every other Friday starting May 12th. Looking forward to hearing from you. A man who made fun of cops online for not being able to catch him got arrested. Meanwhile, Pennsylvania is among the states that saw the most identity theft reports last year. Some SEPTA stations will be closed this weekend. Also, today's your last chance to get your hands on some rare whiskey. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and you're listening to Today in PA. On March 14th, Quan Elliott used a fourth-floor fire escape window of a building of Renewal Center 1, a community corrections organization in Pittsburgh, to flee authorities, reports the Tribune Review. For 45 days, Elliott, who had active warrants for probation violations on cases involving firearms charges, was labeled by cops as a fugitive, until this week, that is. Elliott apparently used Facebook under another name to make fun of cops for not being able to catch him, which they eventually did, at a Marriott hotel in Uptown. He now awaits a non-jury trial on those firearms charges. Each year, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission releases a Consumer Sentinel Network report, reports PennLive. This report is based on data gathered from the FTC's Consumer Sentinel Network database, a tool used by law enforcement across the country to report incidents of fraud and identity theft, as well as, quote, other consumer protection topics. This year's report revealed that Pennsylvania had the 7th most incidents of identity theft in the U.S. last year, with people losing $169.2 million altogether. Pennsylvania was also 6th overall when it came to having the most frauds and other protection incidents on record. And first across the board was Georgia, with $158.4 million lost in total. SEPTA is closing 10 subway stations for cleaning starting today, states Philly Voice. The locations along the Market, Frankfort, and Broad Street lines will close starting around 8 p.m. tonight and will reopen after getting scrubbed down at 5 a.m. on Monday. For more information on which stations are closing, click on the link in the related podcast article. Today's also your last day to get your hands on some rare whiskey, says PennLive. The chance to opt into the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board Spring 2023 Limited Release Whiskey Lottery will end at 5. Whiskeys on the list include the usual Van Winkle's bourbon, which go for as much as almost $100 a pop. But remember, you must be of age and a state resident to be eligible. So to the 11 people that listen to me in Japan, sorry, winners of the lottery will be announced sometime next week. Happy Friday, everyone. To stay up to date over the weekend, be sure to pay a visit to PennLive.com. And please remember to leave this podcast a rating and to share it around wherever you can. Thanks in advance, and as always, thanks for sticking with us. I'm Claudia Dimuro, and I'll see you next week for some fresh Today in PA. This podcast is brought to you by Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania. Take advantage of Renewal by Andersen of Central Pennsylvania's biggest dollar discount ever this month. Save $450 on every window and $900 on any patio or entry door with $0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for a year and a half. To get in on this super deal, head to rbacentralpadeals.com or call 717-727-7558. Deal ends May 31st.